So I have an audience question. How many minutes are you willing to remain engaged? Now that, as per the original schedule, we should have, I should have been talking about the vote of thanks. Okay, but that would be absolutely inappropriate. Having two more stalwarts amongst us from this very city of contrast. Why I said contrast, first thing I pointed out about the only UNESCO recognized heritage city. But at the same time, and in my mind without argument, but maybe with some argument, the city with the most modern urban infrastructure in our country. That's also Ahmedabad. And all that happened in last, how many, 15, 20 years? A sleepy city. I used to come here in 80s very, very regularly. We had a textile mill that my group was managing, and I saw a lot of old memories with Ahmedabad. And so, my pleasure to invite Mr. Naresh Poddar, and I will read his quick introduction. नरेश भाई को सब जानते होंगे, काफी लोग तो जानते ही. So, but many of my own colleagues who have come from Delhi, they may not have had an opportunity. So Naresh is also a veteran in this field, and more than 25 years of experience in finance leadership role, major tenure going into oil and gas. He has been managing board and stakeholder responsibilities, merger and acquisitions, business finance, and many other things. What should I highlight here? There's so much. So, what really is impressive about him is the business insight and technology that he has integrated with his finance acumen throughout his career. That has been the most impressive part of his career graph. And for example, he has been a very early user of SAP ERP. He was part of SAP implementation team at Indian Oil way back in 1999. And early adopter of SSC concept, led migration to SSC within Adani ecosystem, and has always worked very closely with SCC leadership team to improve efficiency of process. Now part of Torrent Gas, and he ensured that in every aspect of business there is identification of those functions which can be standardized and optimized. So that's Naresh Poddar for you. And now another veteran, Vikram Ojha. Vikram is a qualified chartered accountant, having post-qualification experience of more than 3 decades in the field of accountancy, auditing, tax laws, and finance. And he is presently engaged with Jindal Group of companies, which are considered one of the top textile groups of the country. And this was a kind of, I must admit, a learning for me also when I met Vikram Bhai first in Goa very recently. So the topic is rather seeded now, but more grounded in the reality that every good thing that we can talk about, every new technology that you can imagine, every path-breaking new process or invention or anything comes your way, it won't see the eyes, the light of the day till it is backed by solid collaboration strategies. So the power of collaboration across functions, across individuals, across generations, across diverse groups is so important. And what a better way than having these two gentlemen share their experience about that power of collaboration in ensuring the successful digital transformation of an organization or a process. Okay, so the way, given again the limitations on time, I would like to a little bit fast forward this whole conversation. And what I would like to do is that I would like to request both of them to take not more than 3 minutes each on summarizing their top level thoughts on the topic. And then we straight away move into an interactive mode and try and close it in next 20 minutes. How about that? Okay? Thank you. Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you for giving me an opportunity to initiate this session. I think even otherwise also I am the senior most maybe here, so thanks for that. Since I have been given only 3 minutes, I would just like to explain you the journey. When I did my CA in 1984, see, we used to do manual accounting. So there used to be self-balancing system for the accounts payable, accounts receivable, there used to be balance sheet, even the bank reconciliation and everything. From that level, we have moved on to now everything means, say, I get my balance sheet. At that time, it used to take around 6 to 7 months or even 10 months to finalize the account. Now I am getting it done within maximum period of say 30 days, 20 to 30 days. So that's the collaboration. It's because of the collaboration of technology with the people that we have been able to achieve this. Second thing, when we started out Jindal Worldwide Limited, it was in 2006. We did not have anything by way of presence in the denim industry. And within a short span of 17 years, now we are Asia's largest denim fabric manufacturing company. And probably in top 3, as per my indication, it is the second largest. So that is the growth we have been able to do because of the adoption of the technology. Just one simple example I will give. When we started out for the denim manufacturing, Toyota machines were there and there were even German technology was also there. What prior to us, Arvind was there, Ashima was there. What they did was that they bought even the technology along with the machines. So what we did, we went to one of the fairs. Every year there is a textile fair held in the German city. So we went there, we saw everything, and we took even one of our engineering units situated in Vatua industrial area of Ahmedabad, took them, they saw to it, and after coming back they prepared the exactly same kind of machine with the program logic PLC, program logic controller. So with the help of that PLC, you can go back, and if there is a complaint from the customer, you can find out which batch it was produced in and which yarn was used, where from it was purchased. So you can go to that. So that's the help of technology which we have taken. And this technology help, they enabled us to reduce our capital cost by 50% from what others were using. So that way we scale the market from being a no entity, we have been able to come up to this level in 2021. And since last 5 years we have been clocking more than 2,000 crores every year, and the profit also has been in excess of 100 crores. So from a zero thing, we have come up to this level. And as he was telling, Ahmedabad is a heritage city. I am proud that I am from Ahmedabad, and again this textile industry, I am representing a textile industry which is again a heritage industry, because denim was started here in late during 1800s and 50s and 60s. Textile mill started, it was called Manchester of India, and even today Ahmedabad is called the denim capital of India. And as per my rough calculation, around 35% of the denim manufacturing capacity is in Ahmedabad. I could be wrong, even it could be 40% also. So I represent a heritage city, heritage industry, and I myself have become heritage maybe after 5 years. Thank you so much.
So on the last point, sir, I know at least 3 individuals sitting in this room who are senior to you in terms of the chartered accountancy, myself included. Okay, so please don't think on that. So we are all young enough. So, but what really I picked up from your conversation was identifying the business technology imperatives upfront. People go to Hanover Fair every year, so many people go. But the way you picked up that entire technology, the PLC, the traceability, right up to the yarn and all that. Now the traceability and all that are known concepts in many industries. I don't know how much innovative it was in textile. So great points. And again, the collaboration point very well highlighted. Okay, so a lot of learning here. Naresh bhai.
So I think Vikram bhai was right. If Nitin and Sudesh was about modern urban Ahmedabad, we too perhaps represent the heritage side of Ahmedabad. So it was there. But good, the best part of today's takeaway for me that somewhere in 2011 when this Adani shared service started, or WebEx started, I'm glad to see that what was Horizon 3 for us at that point of time, in just 10 years, that's now Horizon 1 for Sudesh and team.
Wow.
That's a great, I'm so glad and so happy to see here. And again, so excited that for me again, I'm creating a Horizon 3 from today onwards, kind of. So it's a miles to go, yeah. And we have I have no hesitation in saying that what is next for a lot of audience, for us, that is, what is now for you, perhaps it is next for us to achieve. And at a group level, just to give an idea, that's we Torrent, a lot of you guys from Ahmedabad must be knowing. So Torrent, as a group, we don't practice sort of group philosophy. We are very strong 2-3 business like pharma, power, and now the city gas. Each business operates very independently, arm's length. So not group concept, but you can clearly see that all this two business of ours has a lot of heritage, as I say, a lot of mature processes. And just to give an example, you must be knowing that Torrent Power has one of the lowest transmission and distribution losses in the country. So, and most best power supply reliability index. So anyone who knows in Ahmedabad can vouch for it. And I would say the beauty of this is that a lot of this, when I see on the ground, I don't see a lot of process, defined process or SOP or anything very elaborate written to achieve this. But still it's a reality. So the best part in Torrent working with me, whenever I get any doubt about anything, I just pick that number. Okay? Unless there is something very beautiful in the group or the processes, it is impossible to achieve those kind of outcome on a year-on-year basis. And my sense is again, a lot of that has come from the trust in the people. The culture, the value system, which has been so much ingrained in each employee from the day one, that despite not having a lot of modern probably, one thing I would like to discuss that I am not much insight about pharma, etc. But still, from an outsider, I can sense that despite not having a lot of modern urban infrastructure, the organization could deliver year on year. On the pharma side, you must have seen that right now the Torrent is sort of in bidding process for a CIPLA, which is thrice of our size. So that again shows that so far the group philosophy or the business philosophy is more on the resilience and not on the sort of speed or very fast efficiency. So strength has been given a primacy over the speed. That doesn't mean that speed is not important. So that's why we are here. We are also trying to learn, because we know that the best of animal, say the mammoth, could not survive if they failed to adopt. So adoption is necessary. We also have to adopt whatever strong we may have. That's why my team and we are here to learn, to pick up the threads, and I'm sure it will help all of us to look in that direction. So whole idea is that, again, I would say that as a sort of heritage value and modern, we do amalgamate a lot of values, which is the importance of process, vis-a-vis importance of people. And so far that has been beautifully integrated. I necessarily don't represent a shared service environment, because we have an in-house finance team, I would say. But yes, the good part is that we have used a lot of learnings from the shared service processes environment, and despite it being a captive process, we have been able to use a lot of those learning in our finance and account process. And just to give an idea, we are running city gas distribution in 32 districts of India. We are doing a complete centralized finance and accounting, where in last 4 years we made around 20,000 crore of payment. Not a single check or not a single rupees has been made outside Ahmedabad. It was centrally by two people, complete banking and entire APAR, etc. has been done centrally. So again, some sort of credit to my learning or my association with the Adani ecosystem, that I could translate those learning in the torrent ecosystem, where it was completely unheard of. When I joined there, they already finalized 4 GM level posts for sort of decentralized finance to be taken care at the cluster level. So good for me that I could convince the management, I could argue that, and successfully running this 4 years. But great.
So Naresh bhai, if you could give some telling examples of the collaboration for digital transformation, your learnings on that. So our topic is more on collaboration.
Yeah, so as I say, collaboration internally, it was not between the internal functional, because it was something new for the torrent. So a lot of convincing and sort of collaborative attitude we have to go. As I say, we have to always, within the torrent, it is always like making elephant dance. So when I say elephant dance, it means convincing the people, convincing the decision maker. So we may be a bit slow, but the decisions are kind of in a collaborative process. So first thing I would say, the biggest strength of the group which I notice is the decision making process itself is very collaborative. Now in terms of collaboration with, say, a lot of, so in this journey, it is again the group relationship even with the consultant, with the third party vendor is kind of very relationship oriented and collaborative. So even the consultant, whether it is EY or PwC or say IBM, when they come on board, they have a deep understanding of the torrent culture. They know that what is expected of them, the kind of detailing, the kind of 100% accuracy. So that helps even in integrating the third party knowledge, etc. So from that perspective, it helped when we use the established relationship in terms of the people from the group, from the outside group. And like I said, we generally don't experiment unless it is too much required. So kind of building the trust and building the relationship, that is one hallmark of our collaboration mindsets.
Very good.
So collaboration for us is a kind of converts into a sort of relationship. It doesn't end at a process level that you do at a transactional level, but it's a more a relationship level, which is a long-term in nature.
So I will pick up from there, and then I'll turn to the audience also. Vikram bhai, how do you pick up the same point on how do you foster the cross-functional collaboration culture in that organization? You gave one telling example already, but on a day-to-day basis, there would be pulls and pressures, which is very normal. Sometimes seemingly conflicting objectives, कि पैसा इधर लगाना है, you know, conflicting demand on investable funds and all that, and then how do you get into that solving that jigsaw puzzle, so to say?
See, I see it as if you keep your eyes and ears open, I think you can do many, many things. See, I will tell you this, there was a system of dealership there, mostly in the automobile sector, where there used to be, even the company used to arrange, means the anchor company used to arrange for the dealer financing. It was, they were heard of in the textile sector. Of course, garmenting is a different ballgame altogether, I don't consider that. But for the fabric manufacturing, that was not there. And we were the first one, Jindal Worldwide Limited, to start that for our dealers. And this has evolved over a period of time. When we started out in 2006 as a dynamic fabric manufacturing company, we had a dealer network of around 5-7 people. Even after achieving a top line of around 2,500 plus crores of rupees, we have got a dealer network of only 12 people. So during that initial period, we used to help them. See, I personally used to see to it that their financial needs are met with. So I recommended our bankers to them that you finance them. That was a very informal kind of arrangement. But the kind of loyalty which it created, so that's where which I am coming to, that's a collaboration. So that helped us in achieving that, and because of that they continue even today after such a long period of time to partner with us in spite of getting some handsome with the incentives or the temptations from the other rivals. And even during COVID period, what we have done is that, see, we have taken advantages of various government schemes and we have allowed them double or even 3 times credit period to them. And what is the outcome of that? Our turnover has never gone down even during that period, and none of our money has gone bad. So that's the whole result of the collaboration. And we were even awarded by Dun and Bradstreet and Bank of Baroda for the initiating this anchor financing for our dealers, where what we do, they allow us, means I raise the invoices on them, and based on the digital transformation, I get funding sitting over my table only, so that there is no leeway, means we allow them a period of 90 days, and that arrangement, it takes us even 180 days also. So this is all possible because of the collaboration which we received, and for that I credit our eyes and ears, means of the management team. So we have taken care of them, and they in turn have taken care of us during our difficult times.
Wonderful. So a solid example of collaboration right at the business level, supported by digital capabilities, resulting into long-term loyalty with, of your business partners. Great. So, questions from the floor, please. I had many, but I thought.
I have one.
Yeah, Suresh, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
I think. So my question is to my dearest friend Naresh Bhai. In today's technology world, the speed is the key, right? Speed is the key to success. You mentioned that you need to, kind of make elephant dance. So it should not happen that by the time elephant started dancing, the DJ Vada Babu has left the venue. So in your effort of transforming oil and gas organization, how do you see this contradiction where you have to kind of put lots of effort in change management of the organization for making them agree to invest in these kind of.
Yeah, so that's why Suresh, I say good for me that I had that advantage of two beautiful worlds. One is that some sense of my grounding in Adani, where I have seen all those. And just to add, when you say Gautam Bhai goes for shopping, I know that he goes for shopping with so much confidence that he knows there is someone to handle those shopping bags, which is you. So I have that background, and I have seen this torrent background, which again I would say slightly different in culture. So first things first, my sense is that we have to recognize that the strength, or you say, the bee also dance. It dance 24 hours, even with or without music, and there is an elephant who very difficult to dance. So we have to recognize that both have their own virtue. So good for me that I came from this background, so I appreciate this importance of speed as well. Good for me that from the torrent I learned the importance of resilience and strength as well. So my role becomes more kind of important, and in the sense more satisfying that though it may be slightly slow, I would say my achievements are rather slow, but the good is that I could make an inroad. And you see, one essential part, I would say that one essential part of a collaborative decision making is bit of slow. So it is some sort of trade-off sometime between your pushing something too hard and going in a bit collaborative way. So the good part is that we have adopted that collaborative approach, where all the business leaders are on the board. As a group, as a philosophy, we are not much in hurry. We are not like a bee. We don't just keep on dancing from here and there. So we are going our own path as a group very slowly and stably. And good part is that we could, or we are at least trying, or we are open to the new ideas, new processes, new thing. And that way, just to give an idea, like we are on SAP HANA, one of the first adopter of SAP HANA, the entire group on SAP HANA now. And from ISU perspective, you know, the one of the complex module of ISU. So we have like almost 70 lakh live customer on SAP ISU. And you know the efficiency of torrent billing system, torrent overdue system. Any one of you must have experienced that if you fail to pay the second bill by due date, by next 4 or 5 hours, your connection is disconnected. And the moment you pay back the amount, in next 4 or 5 hours, you are connected back. So the whole cycle is in 8-10 hours. So that shows the resiliency of the processes. So the group, I would say, is very, yes, but since we are, as I say, our focus is more a customer rather than a very top line or bottom line. So the process are much more in detail, elaborate, where all the stakeholder, whether it's marketing, sales, customer complaint, each inputs is required before any new thing is adopted. So I would accept your point that we are a bit slow, but we are certainly open and we are gradually incorporating the new ideas, new process in our way of working. And it is certainly helping. And one reason we are here to learn from you guys that what new we can do. That's the whole idea.
Thank you.
Thanks. Any other question, please? Yeah.
So my question from Manish Bhai. Do you think and are you facing that you are slow, or you can say that collaboration between the leadership and slow decision making is impacting your attrition or keep them young talent in your organization from long term, which is impacting due to the speed of the decision?
Good question.
Yeah, I would say absolutely not. In fact, this whole slowness is why, because we are giving equal importance to the human element. So there is no way that I feel that I am getting some sort of talent issue or retention issue because of this slowness. Because when the people see that how their views, how their feedbacks are getting incorporated, how they are being valued in the process, I feel they feel more involved. To that extent, I would in fact say that from a shared service perspective also, we have to, some sort of balancing is required where we are still as an SSC, though we call shared services, but many times I see we are afraid to say ourselves service provider, and we more harp on say being business partner. I'm saying absolutely, but business partner doesn't mean service, and at the same time the partnering doesn't mean that you don't involve. So when we say collaboration, obviously you involve the people, and once you genuinely involve the people, I don't see that some sort of slowness or some sort of a larger time frame in decision making creates any issue for me. We are happy in that way, I would say.
So on the point of involvement of people, another Mentimeter question coming up. So can we just look at the screens and note down the code number? Please. And when you can take your time. Who you wanted to ask?
Yeah, I had, such a privilege to have, both Torrent Gas and, Jindal, my CFOs on time. Atul Kulshresht, Quintus Global. Two questions, two parts. What are the disruptions which you see in your business in next 2 years? Right? Big disruptions which you see. And how do you think in your current role as CFO, either you're ready or you're getting ready to manage those? Could be through collaboration, could be through digital transformation, could be through leveraging technology. Just your perspective, for your respective businesses.
See, so
Again,
going back to the Ravi's model, Horizon 2 and Horizon 3, my sense is that beyond the limit you don't see. Only thing you can imagine. And only other thing which can see is the Excel. So in Excel, we can create any kind of fiction. But I would sense that human mind has, or human sense is limitation. But yes, obviously, means technology, it appears to be the biggest disruptor. In what sense, in which way, I believe very difficult to point out this artificial intelligence, etc., etc. I believe it is still part of game because basic necessity remains that roti kapda makan. I am not thinking that is going away anytime soon, that we are not replacing food with say vitamin capsule. But yes, this process improvement, these are ongoing process and I don't see them lot of in the sense that major disruptor of life. Yes, some job will become redundant, some new job will come, the new skill sets, etc., come. Yeah. So different way to look at globally, yes, the globalization is becoming more and more narrow, the autocratic leaders are becoming more powerful. So I'd say this major disruption is coming from those sides. The political thought process are changing in a very different way. Then this inflation thing, the money printing is like at a never before scale. So how, which way this bigger thing will work? Central bank is being taken as a solution of everything. They can increase the inflation, they can decrease the inflation. Each 10-day story changes from inflation to recession. 10 days में inflation होता है, फिर अचानक से recession की news आने लगती है. So, looks like that nobody knows, frankly speaking, which way the world is going. But yes, I see that excessive debt, excessive currencies, the political tightening, the autocratic, the acceptance of autocratic leaders by societies, those are much bigger risk than AI or ChatGPT. Vikram, right?
Yeah, I mean, see, technological disruption, we don't see much. On the contrary, see, many challenges may come, but see, there are people over here, means see, everywhere, who would like to overcome them. So once you face it, you overcome. Over a last period of say more than 2 decades, we have, as I was mentioning, in more than since last 4 decades, from manual accounting, we have reached where you can get your account finalized the way you want and within the minutes. So that is not going to be a problem. But the disruption could come from the change of the mindset with the kind of inflation which people are facing. So earlier, US and European Union, people were spending before earning. But now with the shrinkage of the disposable income, they have now shown less inclination to buy, particularly out of this, as you was mentioning, roti, kapda or makan. I think kapda is going to be affected most. And that fashion and everything, and that could be result into less demand. So you have to be innovative in order to maintain your growth cycle. And there are many ways, and people are always working. The more challenges you face, according to me, the more opportunities you will say. So you don't see challenges as a disruption, but as an opportunity for your growth. So with that kind of mindset, if you keep on working, I think sky, not Surya Kumar Yadav, but the real sky where we have reached is the limit.
Rakesh should be delighted. Okay. So, Mentimeter, last 30 seconds, 2205559 is the code. Many people have already responded. Those who could not, we'll give them. And while that's going on, it's my sacred duty to now close the session with profuse thanks to both Vikram Bhai and Naresh Poddar. And let me please do the honors again.
Thank you.